Okay. Hi, I'm Miss Sampson. Welcome to third grade. I'm so sorry you couldn't join us for back to school night, but I'm here to explain it all for you, and you can just watch it here on my YouTube channel. Um, if you don't know me, I'm Miss Nicole Sampson. I'm thrilled to be your child's third grade teacher. I love teaching third grade. I think it's just such a great age. They're at the age where they still want to be cute, but they want to learn how to be independent. So it's just really fun trying to work with them and try to figure that whole thing out. But I love that age group. They're just so fun to be around. Um, I'm so excited about all the fun we're going to have this year, and I can't wait to get to know you all. I'm very sad that I don't get to be in the classroom with them just yet, but I know we will do the most. We will try our best over distance learning. In third grade, we learn about many things such as multiplication, division, cursive writing, pioneers, saints, and much more. And then with your participation and support, we can look forward to a productive, creative and fun school year. So about me, this is my fourth year teaching at Presentation and also my fifth year working at Presentation. I actually did start off as a third grade teacher's aide when I graduated college in 2016. So I've kind of come full circle because I went from the teacher's aide to being the third grade teacher. I was born and raised in the Bay Area and moved to the Central Valley in 2007. I graduated from St. Mary's High School in 2012, and then I moved on to the University of Nevada, Reno, where I earned my Bachelor of Science degree in Human Development and Family Studies in 2016. And then I am currently earning my master's degree in education with a multiple subject credential at UOP. So as I'm teaching distance learning, I am also doing distance learning as a student. So I feel for your students. I feel for you as you're doing distance learning. I'm on Zoom for 2 hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so it's definitely given me a lot of respect for the students just because I'm doing what they're doing at the same time. A little bit more about me. I love to travel. I love to watch movies. I love to hang out with friends and families. I love to try new food. And then I'm sure if your students know anything about me, the number one thing is I love anything Disney. At school, I help with yearbook and anything social media, so most of the time, any post you see on Facebook or Instagram, that is from me. I do have a little brother named Kyle who is a senior in high school. He's also attending St. Mary's, so I do talk about him every now and then. I'm sure the kids have run into him or seen him before. And then my favorite places to go are Disneyland and Hawaii. And then these are some pictures of previous students I've had. I felt like I should add that in. Hopefully in the near future we can do a class picture and I can have a picture with the kids and I can add it to my collection. And then with my teacher's aides, I am grateful and thankful that I have a teacher's aide, Mrs. Hermosillo. She will be online to assist third grade with our virtual learning adventure. Right now we are a class of 34, so we are the biggest group in the school, so as many eyes as I can have on screen to help me would be great. It will be great. So she'll be helping me with grading, with working in small groups, or watching the students online. And then we also have Mrs. Reed, who is our PE teacher. She will be helping as well with small groups, and then she'll also be available for tutoring at the end of the day. And then our class schedule, I sent this out previously in another email. This is just what their schedule will look like for the most part. So every day our morning meeting will be at 8:30. The kids should be on no later than 8:30. If they want to come on 10 to 15 minutes prior and be in the waiting room, I will probably let them in. That way we can just talk, see how the morning's going and all that. But by 8:30 they should be online. And then they'll have a break from 10 to 10:15 and then a lunch from 11:45 to 12:30. During their breaks, they can use this time for brain breaks. They can do some music with Miss Alvarez, some PE with Mrs. Reed, so they are free to do that. And then during each subject, students will be given direct teaching and independent work times. So what that means is, although my schedule does say that they're online from about 8:30 to about 2, they are not going to be online straight for that time being. Please know that your child will not be on screen for 8, 9 hours. I don't want that for them. I don't want that for you guys. I don't want that for me. So during these times, I'll be asking them to switch from watching either a lesson with me or participating on a lesson with me, and then I'll ask them to get off or turn off their camera and go do independent work. So a break from the computer. So they'll just be going back and forth from lessons with me and then doing independent work on their own. But I will not be teaching for 9 hours straight on the computer, and I know they can't sit for that long. So they'll be going back and forth just that way they can get a break and not stare at the computer for so long. And then as far as distance learning, I'll be holding classes on Zoom every day. The kids are expected to log on with the same exact Zoom link that they use every day and to join this meeting. And then I added these two words, synchronous and asynchronous. These are actually words that I learned with distance learning as well. So synchronous is in person on Zoom, like any work that we do together. So any lessons that I teach on Zoom, that is considered synchronous work. And then any work that I ask them to do offline, where I tell them to turn off the camera or to just shut their laptops off and do independently, that is called asynchronous work. We will be learning in real time, doing our work together, and experience third grade as closely as possible. So what that means is, in the classroom, what I would do is I teach a lesson, do it together, work together, and then most of the times, once I've done that lesson, we'll move on to independent work. That's when they work with a partner or work by themselves. So I want to model that as close as possible. For right now, with just the distance learning situation, I do not have homework scheduled at the moment. I just don't think that's reasonable to do when they have so much work to do with distance learning already on top of that. So I didn't think it would be fair to put more work on top of the work that they're going to do with me over online. So any work that hasn't been finished on distance learning when I'm doing lessons, that's technically their homework. But on top of that, I'm not going to assign anything else on top of that. Screen breaks, I did talk about that in the schedule. That will just be incorporated when they want to take breaks. And then my last bullet, please do not sit next to your child during the entire class. As much as I know you guys want to help them, I just ask that you let them be independent, let them learn, and let them go through this process. I know the first 2 weeks are going to be a little tough and might need some adjustments, but when we start going through the work, just please let them learn, let them sink it in, and know they'll be okay. And then class expectations, I'm actually going to talk about this more so with the kids because it's more for them when they're on Zoom. I just ask that they be prepared and that they come on time and have materials ready. I just don't want them running around looking for a pencil or paper and causing a distraction. So I just ask that they come ready, be respectful with cameras on. I am going to ask that their cameras be turned on. That way I can see them and they're not falling asleep on me. Be appropriate, use the chat for questions and comments only. I did have an issue with my class last year. They could not handle the chat and wanted to say hi and hey to each other all the time, so it got really distracting at certain points, so I did have to disable it and they lost their chat privileges. But I'm hoping with this class we can actually use it for learning and conversating, so I'm gonna fingers crossed for that one. Be in control shows control of your body, that they can just sit still and stay on Zoom. Be patient with others as we learn together. And then they also are required to wear a uniform, so they need to wear at least a uniform polo. If they want to wear pajama bottoms or shorts underneath, they can. I won't know, but as long as they wear a white or green or black polo, that is okay. And then white for math days. And then at the bottom, in big, bold letters, I wrote this quote, and I just want you guys to take this into consideration. And please know I take it into consideration. Struggle is okay. Struggle is expected. Please know that I am not perfect. I don't expect your child to be perfect. I don't expect you to be perfect. I know that distance learning is going to be hard. It's new for all of us. So anything you guys need, if you need me to make you a video, if you need me to answer questions, if you need one-on-ones, like I am more than willing to do it. Like I am here to help you. So please know that this is a process that we are going through together, and I am more than happy to help you in any way. And then grading policy, this is my grading policy. It's pretty much the same as second grade. Third grade is the last year for G's, S's, and U's, and then fourth grade is when they transition to letter grade. So this is pretty much the same as second grade. My lesson plans will be posted on RenWeb or our Google Classroom or our Google site, so I will keep those updated. I'm pretty good at posting those, and I usually have them ready to go by Sunday morning. That way you guys can see what to expect for the rest of the week and know what's coming. And then as for testing, I think I'm going to stick to this plan because this is what I've done in previous years. Vocab I would do on Thursday, and then spelling and journeys, which is their reading curriculum, I would do on Fridays. And then all other tests as far as like science or religion are announced at least 3 days prior to the scheduled date, and then I always provide them a study guide. And with these study guides, I've told previous classes, they're basically the test. It's the test that I kind of change the questions a little bit, or I cross out some of the words, and that way the kids can fill them in. But with the study guide, that way the kids know what to expect, they know what to study, and they know what's coming on the test. That way when they take the test, it's not a surprise for them and they're not freaking out. They just kind of have a general idea of what to expect. So that's what to expect with testing. And then as far as curriculum, these are the subjects that I will be teaching them. So I'll do language arts, reading, math, science, social studies, and religion. And then this is just a visual of the materials that they will be receiving. So we are doing a materials pickup on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So this is just a general idea of what they will be receiving. And then some websites, I will go over this on my Google site. These are just some of the websites that they will be using throughout distance learning. But on my Google site, I have it all linked, so I will explain that when we get to that. And then as far as Google Site and Google Classroom, Google Site, I've created a website for third grade. It's just basically a home base for everything. If you need websites, if you need logins, if you missed a Ramagram, I have it all linked up ready for you. And then Google Classroom, that is currently still under construction. It is not ready yet. That's just how we will turn in work, how I'll grade assignments, or how students will receive assignments. So once that is ready to go, I will send that out. Let me go ahead and actually jump to the Google site. That way you guys can see what it looks like. Let me go to my home page. Okay, so this is what my Google site looks like at the moment. I did release it out to parents already. So with the Google site, it is easy to navigate. You can just go ahead and start clicking buttons and it will bring you to new pages. If you scroll down here to the bottom, there are student and parent portals. For students, if they click this, it's going to bring them to this page. And they get access to resources, my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, I did post last year. I used to record math lessons, so that's how the students would do math. Some fun websites that they can use, and then when their student logins are ready to go, I will put them right here. So like I was saying, student resources, these are just some websites that we'll be using through distance learning, and they are all linked up and ready to go. So the kids just need to click on them. They don't need to type the website in or anything. They just click the picture. It's going to take them directly to that website. And then same thing, if we go to parent portal, it's just resources for the parents. So if you need to see what the SLEs are, if you need to see the school calendar, if you missed a Ramagram, you also have access to my YouTube channel. It is all right here, ready to go. Some parent resources, just the school website, RenWeb, and all of that. So that is available for you guys to click at your leisure. And then going back to my slides. One of the things that I did have up on my website is called a TPT campaign. TPT is a teacher for websites. It's actually called Teachers Pay Teachers, so it's a place where teachers can get resources for teaching, basically, any worksheets that we may hand out and use to students. It's just a great way for teachers to collaborate. So it is up on my website if you would like to donate. That way I can use that money to provide for the students and give them resources. And then important dates coming up. If you signed up for a one-on-one Zoom, that is happening on August 11th, 12th, or 13th. I do have a whole class Zoom scheduled for this Friday at 10 a.m. That way the students can see each other, they can get their screaming out and see each other, and then I will go over what to expect on Monday. And then on Monday we will have a school mass at 9 a.m. and then classes will begin at 10:30 since mass is happening. So if students want to jump on Zoom and join me at 9, they are free to do so, and we'll watch mass together. If not, they are free to watch with their parents on Facebook and then just jump on Zoom at 10:30. That is pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, or you can ask me during our one-on-one meetings. If not, thank you for watching this. Thank you for attending. Welcome to third grade. I can't say it again. I can't say it enough. I'm sorry. But if not, it was so nice talking to you, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.